What's up, everyone? This is Bacon, and today we have another companions video. We are going over the patch notes that will come out in a few days. There's a lot of exciting things with this one. Well, actually just one really exciting thing and a few other smaller things, and that is the release of a new awakened hero. We will get to him shortly. He is not the beginning, so we have to wait to the end to see who it is. But let's just go ahead and jump into it. First thing, the new Mauler hero, Anasta. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. He is a strength-based warrior Mauler hero. He is someone who is good for the tower. Campaign, not anything special. I don't think you'll really slot him in anywhere in campaign. Could probably be really good in Dream Realm in certain scenarios. But besides that, I'm not really sure where, unless he received a lot of buffs, where he would really thrive at. So, you know, they're releasing everyone, so there's going to be some that are kind of unsure, and maybe he'll surprise me, and maybe he'll be pretty good. We'll see. It really depends on how he's been changed and how his kit looks now. Per usual, he'll be in the Destiny Summon pool, where you'll be able to summon him. Same situation as before. The more you summon, the more copies and other resources you get. Stellar Soul update. New Awakened Mauler hero, Brutus. Here we go, baby. I was hoping Brutus to be the next one. Awakened Brutus is a really good character, especially early on. I can't wait to put him in my team and build him out. I already have so many Mauler heroes, so I should be able to get him right away. From what I'm reading here, it sounds like you'll get him the same way you get Awakened Solace, which is just by having copies of Ascended Mauler heroes. But let's go ahead and just read the overview. He can absorb all power stored in his shield and inflict health loss on enemies based on the absorbed value. He also inflicts both AoE damage and control effects. You can obtain him by meeting certain requirements, can be summoned for free in Stellar Soul after the version update. I'm assuming it's the same thing. This is where you get Awakened Solace, so I can't imagine they would just completely change things. The Voyage of Wonders, the Blood Claw, will also be released as part of the Awakened Brutus thing. I think, yeah, for years, Brutus the Blood Claw has been searching for his teacher, Anasta. I'm assuming that's why they're releasing both of these. There's like a lore component to them both being connected. But to no avail, it's as if a pair of invisible hands have wiped her existence clean. As the elemental, is Anasta a girl? I didn't know that. Well, the more you know. As the elemental imbalance escalates, the Scorched Expanse is no longer free from its impact, and that's when Anasta finally shows up. Brutus follows the trail in the battles against his teacher, the former Blood Claw. Blah, blah, blah. New event, Pursuit of Treasures. Collect treasure crystals to earn your various rewards. Open exquisite gift boxes with your guild members to get additional rewards. You know, same events where you get rewards and stuff, nothing too crazy. Spire contest, we've already had this. Alliance contests already have done this before. And then improvements for Arena of Heroes. Improve the display of requirements for increasing the number of teams. Improve graphics. Improve the appearance of the animation when players receive rewards. So a big old nothing burger at the end. But the big thing is Awakened Brutus being put into the game. I'm really curious to see how he affects certain areas. I feel like Arena could be valuable, especially when you have like 4 or 5 teams. Having several teams with Awakened heroes will be really nice. You know, obviously Mauler Tower, he's going to be excellent. I have a Brutus already who's like maxed out as far as like Ascension, so I don't really use him anymore anyway, but he will no longer be useful. If they do what they did in the previous games, which we haven't been able to see with Awakened Solace because there is not a Solace in the game, but normally you can't use both heroes if you're using one of them. So if I put Awakened Brutus in, I can't use Brutus because they're the same person technically. So I'm assuming you can't use them both, but I don't think that's a big deal at all. It shouldn't affect really anything, but it is nice to have another Awakened hero to not feel so empty. I'm curious if they're going to start kind of pumping these out at a quicker rate. One every 6 months seems very slow, and there's a lot of other ones you could totally release and be completely normal. I think the goal for now should be to have one of every faction. That way, when new players join the game, you have kind of 4 that you can kind of focus on, which I think is like a really cool concept. And I wish it was like this when the game first came out, where you could be like, okay, I really want Awakened Brutus, so I'm going to start with my Mauler faction heroes first as like my main faction I'm going to go for. Or I'm going to go for Awakened Belinda, and I'm just going to go for Light Bearers or whatever. I'm assuming for Light Bearers, it will be Awakened Belinda or Thane. I don't remember which one came out first. Maybe it was Thane. Or maybe it was someone else, I can't remember. And then as far as Graveborn, I really don't know who the first Awakened Graveborn is. That was before my time with AFK Arena. So that one TBD. I'm curious if you guys remember. I'm sure I could just look it up, but curious if you guys know. But some exciting things. This should come out in a few days. Really curious to look over any changes that have happened with Awakened Brutus. Hopefully nothing too crazy. We still don't have divine effects for Awakened Solace, so I'm also curious to see if he has any divine effects, but I guess we won't know for a few days, and I'll make another video then. So thanks to you guys for watching. As always, have a great rest of your day. Peace.